All right, I'm back. Just too much crap going on this morning. We got to go to work. It's like, I've been doing this so many years, everybody. The man with the attitude today, I do, because the dog situation's out of control. It's getting old. I mean, for me, it really is starting to get very old. These dogs are becoming more of a nuisance. It's starting to turn into the dogs more enjoyment or more of a nuisance. So for me, there's a very fine line of getting these dogs the shit control under control, and it's all about discipline of the owner more than the dog. So that's the reality of that shit show. A lot of variables to that. But anyways, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna go ride around the Ram. I'm gonna drive the Ram today instead of the Colorado, even though Colorado's nice. I like my Ram truck, and this thing gets about 4 miles per gallon less, but at this stage of my life, financially, who cares? It's always the Ice Age TV show, right? So how to get the Saturday morning Memorial Day weekend going. How come people say Happy Memorial Day? You're happy people died? I I always think to myself, Happy Memorial Day. Wow, you're happy that you know somebody that died? I think you're a little confused there. So now, the gate went open windy, and when I set this gate up, I didn't set the tolerances correct on it. So if the wind hits that thing just right, it thinks it's hitting something, and it's a safety. It's a safety feature, so it kicks back, and now I kind of my outfit because of it's warm, but it's not warm. It's the wind. The wind here gets you today. It's windy. I mean, this is a very weekend so far. Yesterday was windy. Today's windy. And I can honestly tell you, if you ride motorcycles in windy conditions, it sucks. It really does. But I don't have to worry about that because I ain't riding a motorcycle. But you go 10 years ago, I'd have been hopping on my Harley in a heartbeat, load up all my gear and tools, and go ride around this DC area to try to go fix my machines at my gas stations and locations. And I did that for so many years. I've talked about it so many times on my channel. Today, no way. The roads are more dangerous today, more than ever. As a motorcyclist, you are dealing with very, very aggressive people, very aggressive drivers. And so I think more than ever, and the distractions. People are looking at their cell phone. I mean, I've done it. I mean, I've been looking at my phone and just about run into somebody. I've run a red light by accident because I'm looking at my cell phone, texting. Everybody does this crap. Somebody's like, no, I don't. Well, okay, you're the minority. But here's the real news. Most people aren't paying attention to driving. I live on the road. I witness it all the time. So the whole point is, on a weekend, to ride a motorcycle in this area? No way. Only back roads, but up around the Beltway and everything, no way. So for me, this is just totally, it ain't no fun. But it's incredible how many people go out and buy motorcycles. But I can guarantee you, most people ride motorcycles, buy motorcycles. I can guarantee you that there's a huge percentage that barely ever ride them. I mean, that's just motorcycling. So here I go. If you watch my channel, going to same back roads, same areas that I maintain and service my business, and nothing really new per se. And the breaking news was more about the government's laying people off, and it was supposed to be announced yesterday of who stays and who goes. And my understanding is the government put a stay on it. So for the informant that I have, so the breaking news never happened because apparently now Doge has put a stop on something. I mean, do we really believe that the government will really get gutted out? I mean, do you really think that it's going to get like private sector where there's just, it's gutted out, where it's just all thinned out? Do you really believe it? I mean, does it really last? Does it really happen? I don't know. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't know. Has anybody seen numbers of how many people are being laid off? But the real thing is, for all that, what do you and I get from all this? so far for me, nothing. I've got nothing from this. If I get a notice from IRS that I'm going to pay less taxes, or I don't have to pay taxes anymore, because, or I'm getting a refund check for all the money that they stole from us. I mean, so it's interesting how people get off on, oh, people are getting laid off. I love this thing. These government employees need to be laid off. But the sad fact is that the government employees, for the most part, aren't the problem. It's the politicians that are taking all the freaking money, that are taking it and using it their own little personal bank account. I don't know if just regular old federal employee goes to work each day, and yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree that there's probably agencies that need to be cleaned up. But at the end of the day, why do people get off on people getting laid off by the federal government? And people's attitude is, well, the federal government people, they got it made, they don't have to work, and da-da-da-da. Really? You really believe that? So you really believe that federal employed workers don't work? They just go to work, but they just sit there and look at the computer all day? Now, sure, I'm sure there's a percentage, but that's everywhere. I'm walking out of doors in businesses all the time where people are sitting on their freaking lazy ass, and they don't do jack shit. They just sit around all day. Yeah, go with the real, even private sector has the same problem, everybody. It's the old 80-20 rule. So, once again, for those thinking the breaking news was my kid being pregnant, nope. That's people keep on bringing that up on the channel. And she's not pregnant. The kid's not pregnant. So, for the record, the kid's not pregnant. So whoever keeps on planting that seed, it doesn't exist. That seed doesn't exist. As far as I know, that could change any moment. I know that. But for the record, I've not been told. And my daughter is not like that. She will tell me everything. My daughter tells me everything. She does. Because she knows I won't make fun of her. I won't belittle her. I won't get mad at her. I try to handle the situation as best as possible. As a parent, it seems to make sense and not make her feel like she's a little insignificant person in this world, which many people do. Here's the scenery going up. I can see a bunch of trees are thinning out in this mountain. So I wonder if bug has gotten them. Here's a lot of land for sale out here. It's probably priced way too much. So it's probably, that's the old Jim Athey estate, the Athey compound. That guy had so much money. And now all his kids, but the sad part is he had 4 kids, 2 only survived. The other 2 all OD'd themselves, all drank themselves to oblivion, drugged themselves to oblivion, and they're dead. Just like that Israel, wherever the hell that guy is, or I said the Baltimore Colts meant the Indianapolis Colts. Used to be the Baltimore Colts. But yeah, he coked himself to his last breath. I can guarantee you that guy it'll be interesting to see his autopsy. Be all his pills to make him feel better all day long. Plus he's taking even more shit to get his high and stoned off his ass. And eventually body says, we can't take any more of this. So we're just gonna have you fall asleep forever. Just a hell of a way to go in our reality. Here are the side row guys that set up on a regular basis. And I have no idea who owns this little piece of land and how the people get away with doing that. I have no idea. I see different people come and go in that location there. As I hope that today is a very busy, busy day. And this is the future of a mega gas station to portray the sheets or whatever. I don't know if that guy's that type of money. I don't even think he does. And that project's been underway for 5 years. In the Ram TRX day, and we got a phone call. I get so many phone calls. I have so many phone calls. All spam, all solicitation, all day long, every day, all day long. I guarantee I get 30, 40 phone calls a day, just of solicitation calls. And I probably get 50 email, at least 50. If not maybe 100 emails a day. So for me, for the most part, I just ignore all that stuff. I don't look at it. This is one of those days where a lot of people are traveling on a beautiful Saturday. As I keep the channel going, continue to just run my mouth, which from the looks of it, people watch my videos. I mean, nothing in great views, but people seem to like to see the Iceman continue to tell his stories, the never-ending stories on the challenges that are on his doorstep that he create. You know, that's all I ever hear. You know, is, well, you created it. You know, if I ever hit it big, if I ever did, I'm gonna just look at, oh, who created that? Huh? Yeah, right. Like, I'm gonna hit it big. Yeah, right. Keep on wishing. There's a lot of wannabes out in this world want to hit it big, and for the most part, most never ever will. You never hear those names, do you? River's way up. Julie and Brian went canoeing down that river there. They came over here, parked the car. I'll show you. This is classic. They're both amateurs of canoeing. So they took my 2 canoes, and they came right over here where there's a little launch ramp for you to put in your little boat, because that river's not very deep. So it's not the best for a regular old power boat. So you put in, I guess, right up here or whatever. And so they put their kayaks in on the river here. I'll show you on the maps right here if I can get it come up. So they went paddling down the river. And once they got about a mile down the river, they both kind of had, like, I guess, a brick hit them in the head. I'm not lying about that. They had a brick kind of like hit them in the head. How are they getting back upstream? Because they didn't drive 2 cars. Now, if you're a real canoeer, you know what you do. You drive 5 miles downriver, 10 miles down the river, whatever it is, and you park your one vehicle way down at the point you're going to finish your canoeing, and then you drive all the way back up north, east, west, south, whatever it is, and then you launch your canoes from that point. And then, as you know, you can go downstream to your car location. And when you're done, you can throw your kayaks on your vehicle and drive back to where your other car is. Well, they never thought that through. So they got about a mile down that river, starting to think, how are they ever going to get back up? So the both of them, and that's the dead of summer. And so the both of them started paddling back upstream. And it was torturous. But I questioned that. So my daughter never told me that she was initially going to go see Brian. I never knew who Brian was at that point. So she said her friend Hannah was going to go with her. But I know who Hannah is. And she's not this really strong female person. So my daughter got back home that evening and told me the story of her and Hannah going kayaking. And they both paddled back upstream. I was like, man, I have a hard time believing your friend Hannah could do that. I could believe Julie could do it because Julie is very strong and in good shape. Her friend, not so much. And so I really thought, wow, that's kind of interesting. So I was thinking to myself, yeah, I think you went on a date, but I didn't say nothing as a father. I left it at that. All right, here we are. This is a busy Saturday because usually it's back roads when I drive them at this time of the day. I'm usually the only one. And so everybody's heading over to Maryland, over to Virginia to do their thing today, and whatever it may be, as I go work today. And kind of the way it works for me nowadays. Years ago, I was so diligent about being out in the field, no matter what day it was, making sure the business was running smoothly. But in recent years, I just have taken more of an attitude, they can wait till Monday. But when a customer directly calls me in an early morning, then I have no choice. I got to go take care of the problem. Because then it turns into, I called you. It's very confrontational of, I called you, you didn't come take care of what you said you're going to do. And then that starts creating friction. So forget it. Suck it up, buttercup. And what else am I going to do? What else am I going to do? I was telling my wife that yesterday. I said, when all these cars and motorcycles are gone, it's like, what am I going to do? That was so much my passion, was the entertainment of going to buy these cars and motorcycles. And throughout the years, by no extravagant means like I did for the YouTube channel, just really going beyond believable crazy what I did. to pay dearly for what I've done, and still paying dearly. And it hasn't even really begun for the full show yet, everybody. Just the partial show is going on, not the full show yet. So anyways, but the whole point is, that was always been my passion, is my cars and trucks and motorcycles, the adventures, blah, 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 blah. And so after the wife, it's like, this is like really just like starting over in life for me. Because my true beginnings were, I didn't have all these material things. I just worked. That's all I ever did. I just worked. I worked 7 days a week. That's been my life. I mean, some people are like, oh yeah, right. Well, then okay, whatever. I'm just telling you for the hell of it. So that's all I did. Worked. And so it's really just coming full circle, where I think when it's all said and done, it's just going to be me, working and doing what I've done most of my life, like a lot of people. Nothing wrong with it. But it's the whole point of, I've never breaking out of the bubble of what I thought my YouTube channel would bring on the social media side, of bringing the opportunities to even expand more and be more interactive on other ways, but just for the null. And we get the enjoyment of riding behind all the people that like to go putt down the road. And now you got the horse people that are going to approach this guy here. Yeah. So up in this area, if anybody thinks that the area is slowed down, it has not. There's nothing going on in this area that indicates, per se, it being slow. Only LA10. LA10 is the only location I've gone to so far where they have slowed down. They definitely have slowed down. You saw Max Custom Exhaust. He's opened a second shop. He's so busy. He's kicking ass. All my motorcycle buddies, they're having incredible, great sales months. They're kicking butt. So there's nothing really going on. But for the record, why would there anything be going on? Nothing's gotten radically expensive yet. For anybody out there, have you really seen anything get really expensive yet? Not that I know of. Gas prices are holding steady and are less money than they were a few years ago. The groceries don't seem to be going up. They seem to have stabilized. I don't know of any radical price increases of cars and trucks and motorcycles yet. Haven't heard any radical price increases on materials. So I'm not hearing anything. Are you? If you are, let me know. I'd like to hear the stories from other people as well, to know what's going on in your own backyard. Are you going down to Home Depot now and lumber's astronomically expensive? Are materials now, has it hit yet as we go through this Donald Trump craziness of trying to bring stability to our country and the tariffs? So this person here is going to go about 2 miles up and make a left-hand turn, because there's a horse riding facility up here on the left. And we've been there. Julia used to go compete. Nothing in a big way. My daughter used to go out and compete, but nothing in a big way. And I never wanted her to go out and compete in a big day, because then it turns into me spending all my day of catering to my child, having to be driven all over the place for the horse entertainment time. There's a very fine line when you have kids. How involved do they get in sports and activities? And man, I've been there, I've done it. And that's what I was thinking this morning as I called my video, was the good old days. Yeah, the good old days. I think that's what made the video maybe now. The good old days as I drive down the road, which I've done for so long. I get a drink of water. I talk a lot.